Hey, April! It's April the 1st here today, and it may not be where you are, and it will be soon. So let's talk about April and what energy it brings for you. It's a 9 energy month, which means it's all about release. It's a time to stop following the rules that you don't believe in anymore. It's a time to speak your truth. It's a time to really own who you are and speak your truth, because your truth will set you free. Now you need to look at where you are not speaking that to yourself as well as to others, and really start being true to yourself. So let's just run over the year up till now, because it's a 5 energy year and we're all creating in the unknown, especially after last year. It's like, and we can wibble wobble with the 5 energy to and fro. We can be pulled forward, and we can sometimes want to go back to how things were. So remember that the 6 energy of January asks us to return to love. February 7 energy asks you to activate your intuition and release what no longer serves you. March was an 8 energy month, so let's just think about and reflect on how that went for you. It called you to commit to your purpose rather than your conditioning, so to let go of the conditioning that society has placed on you, and to develop more independent thinking and action. Called you to go the distance with your vision, to really be committed and consistent to it, and to persevere with it. To be devoted to your soul's calling, as opposed to living this life that society and perhaps our loved ones expect us to live. So this year we're being asked to do a lot of releasing, right? We've already talked about that a few times in the last few months. And then energy of April is a 9, which is about releasing. It's about releasing the rules and beliefs that no longer serve us. It's the end of a cycle, meaning that May really is a universal new beginning energetically. And April's a time of completions and transformations. It's that time when we're preparing for the new beginning. And, you know, when we want to do something new, we need to unlearn and release past behaviors. So some questions for you to think about and reflect on, and maybe journal on, what feels right for you to stop doing and to stop believing, and what rules that you're still following do you not believe in anymore. What beliefs and practices will you start doing when you let go of what no longer serves you? Now, nature abhors a vacuum, right? And so what that means is that when we release things, unless we purposefully choose what practices and what we're replacing that with, the old beliefs and practices and ways and habits will just naturally slip back in without us realizing. And as you're choosing what you're going to let go of, consciously choose what you'll replace that with. Release anything that feels out of sync with what you believe is for your highest good, or that inhibits you from moving forward, and choose what will support your highest good and moving forward. So overall in April, you'll be inspired to take action more than you were in March. There was a lot of it was around that emotional plane, and a lot of it was around the feeling energy, and a lot of it we were in our heads with that 3 energy, with the 3 of March, right? So we're gonna in April spend less time in our heads and more time doing and feeling than in March. It's a time for expanding your rituals and practices to support your new way of being and the new you. As you're releasing, you need new rituals and practices to support the new you that you're creating, right? So let's get into some details. We begin on April the 1st with a 1 energy day. So it really is like a double fresh start for the month. And the energy of the last few days has been a little bit clunky. We had a 9 on Sunday, and then we've gone 1, 2, 3, and it didn't really feel like a fresh start on Monday for me and for people that I've spoken to as well. So it's really nice that you know, you can see the sun's shining in on my face through my window this morning, and I'm trying to move the camera so that it's not quite in my face. But it feels like a fresh start, you know. And of course, we've had the energy of the full moon the last few days after that 9, encouraging us to continue releasing at the end of March. So it really is a fresh start today. It feels like it. And it's interesting that March ended on a 3 energy day, and so does April. And these 3 days to round out the month really call us to celebrate what we've accomplished during the month and to take pleasure in our creativity. So, you know, if you are still on the 31st of March and listening to this, then that is something that will really serve you today. April the 7th is going to be a great day to take action and trust your intuition. It's a 7 energy day, and the physical plane of the energy grid is full, so you'll gain clarity through taking action, which is kind of neat, right? April the 12th, the new moon, is calling you to be creative in connection with your intuition. So creation and intuition join together on that day, right? April the 22nd is a 4 energy, and it will inspire you to take action. However, you may be pulled by you maybe feel a stronger pull than usual to be connected to your intuition or your spiritual self, right? Full moon on the 27th is a 9 energy day. So, you know, we had that on the full moon a few days ago. It was pretty intense, that release and the full moon. Potentially we're going to feel that again with the full moon later in April, especially given that April is a 9 energy month. So, you know, it really is a time for reflection, for releasing, for letting go, and being prepared for that fresh start energetically with the 1 energy of May. So it's about completions and transformations and all that kind of jazz. So pretty exciting month. If you would like more detail about any of that, if you would like me to personalize that for you, you know, throwing your own personal energy into the mix, and then we can really refine what that looks like for you. Let me know, and we can get onto that for you. And I'm wishing you all a blessed April, and lots of releasing. Have fun with it.